Have you ever caught yourself wondering if someone is secretly drawn to you, but everything about the situation feels confusing? Like you're missing a hidden code everyone else seems to understand? That feeling, the quiet question buried deep inside, is more common than you think. It's natural to crave connection, to want to know if someone notices you the way you notice them, especially when their signals aren't loud or obvious. What if I told you the signs of secret attraction are all around you, woven into the smallest details of how someone acts, looks, and moves? These signs aren't flashy or dramatic. Instead, they speak in whispers, through subtle glances, brief touches, and tiny changes in behavior that your mind can learn to see clearly, if you know what to look for. This isn't just about guessing or hoping. It's about unlocking a hidden language that's been right in front of you all along, a language that can give you power and clarity in your relationships. When someone is secretly attracted to you, their feelings don't always burst out in grand gestures. Often, they're hidden under layers of fear, pride, or uncertainty. That quiet, almost invisible tension in the air is a clue that can spark your intuition and open the door to deeper understanding. Imagine how it would feel to no longer wonder or doubt, to stop asking yourself, does he like me? And instead recognize the truth with confidence. That truth will change the way you see your connections, the way you value yourself, and the way you move forward in love and life. It means stepping out of confusion and into clarity, from waiting passively to acting intentionally. This invisible language of attraction works because our brains are wired to pick up on tiny, almost subconscious cues. Even when someone tries to hide their feelings, their body can't help but reveal pieces of the puzzle. The way their eyes catch yours just a little too long, the way their posture shifts when you enter the room, or how their voice softens when they speak to you. These are all signs coded deep within human connection. Knowing these signs gives you a powerful advantage, the ability to see beneath the surface and understand what really matters. It's like being handed a key to unlock not only someone else's feelings, but also your own confidence and self-worth. So, why should you stay with me through this journey? Because learning to read these hidden signs isn't just about knowing if someone likes you. It's about reclaiming your power in the dance of attraction. It's about understanding that you deserve to be seen, valued, and loved for exactly who you are. By the time we're done, you'll have the tools to decode silent messages, the courage to trust your instincts, and the clarity to take action without fear. This knowledge will free you from endless doubt and lead you toward connections filled with honesty and respect. The signs are there, waiting for you to notice. All you need to do is open your eyes and heart to see them. You might have noticed how secret attraction feels like a puzzle with missing pieces, moments that spark hope, yet leave you tangled in doubt and confusion. This confusion is no accident. Our minds are wired to protect us, to keep us safe from vulnerability and rejection. When feelings are hidden, the brain sends mixed signals that create anxiety and second-guessing. This is why attraction that remains unspoken can feel so frustrating. It pulls at your heart, but your mind fills in the blanks with fear and uncertainty. The struggle between wanting to believe and fearing the truth is real and deeply human. Understanding this internal conflict is the first step toward freeing yourself from emotional chaos. When you realize that confusion is not a sign of weakness, but a natural response to hidden feelings, you begin to reclaim control over your emotions. This inner turmoil is powered by the brain's survival instincts. It prioritizes caution over clarity because exposing your heart feels risky. When attraction is secret, it triggers what psychologists call cognitive dissonance, a mental tug-of-war between desire and fear. Your mind tries to protect you from pain by overanalyzing every word, every glance, searching for certainty in uncertainty. But clarity comes not from obsessing over the details, but from learning to recognize the subtle signs beneath the surface. These signs exist to guide you through the fog of doubt. They offer a clear path through the noise of your thoughts. When you begin to trust these subtle clues, your mind calms and the confusion fades. You start to see things with sharper focus, and your heart feels lighter. Let this truth sink in. Your feelings are valid, your doubts understandable, but your power lies in awareness. When you learn how to read hidden attraction, you step beyond uncertainty. You no longer react to fear, but respond with clarity. This shift changes everything because it rewires how you engage with yourself and others. Instead of shrinking from the unknown, you lean into it with curiosity and confidence. This is where transformation begins, when the tangled web of "does he like me?" untangles into a clear map of signs, feelings, and possibilities. You move from passive, waiting to active knowing. You stop doubting your worth or questioning your perceptions. You start owning your value and demand the respect your heart deserves. The emotional reward here is profound. Knowing these hidden signs means you don't have to settle for confusion or mixed messages. It means you can approach relationships with a grounded mind and an open heart. You become empowered to make choices that serve your happiness, not your fears. This knowledge acts like a beacon in the dark. It guides you toward genuine connection instead of chasing illusions. It gives you the courage to listen to your intuition and trust the signals your body and mind already understand. When you embrace this clarity, you invite authentic love into your life. Love that sees you, respects you, and values you deeply. You deserve this clarity. You deserve to be free from the exhausting cycle of hope and doubt. The secret signs of attraction are not puzzles to solve, but keys to unlock your confidence and courage. They are invitations to trust yourself, to step boldly into the love you seek. The journey you're on is about more than spotting signs. It's about transforming your inner world so you attract the respect and connection you've always wanted. This power is yours to claim. Have you ever noticed how a simple look can hold more truth than words ever could? The eyes don't just see, they reveal. When a man is secretly attracted to you, his eyes become an unguarded window into his hidden emotions. Science shows that eye contact triggers deep emotional responses, releasing hormones that create connection and trust. Even when he tries to mask his feelings, his gaze often lingers longer than necessary, betraying the silent pull he feels toward you. This subtle but powerful act carries a weight that goes beyond casual attention. It is an unconscious admission of desire. Recognizing this shifts your understanding of attraction from guesswork to clarity. You begin to see how his eyes speak volumes, even in moments of silence. This knowledge empowers you to notice the difference between casual glances and meaningful eye contact. When someone's eyes seek yours repeatedly, especially during conversation or in shared spaces, it signals something profound. It reveals an internal focus on you, an emotional investment that can't be hidden by words alone. Understanding this awakens your intuition and sharpens your perception. You start to trust these quiet moments as undeniable proof of interest, not just polite attention. This clarity strengthens your confidence, allowing you to move through your interactions with a new sense of assurance and grace. More than that, eye contact creates an emotional bridge. It's a way to connect without speaking, a channel for vulnerability and honesty. When a man's gaze holds yours in this way, it's as if he's silently saying, "I see you, I'm drawn to you." This silent communication bypasses the noise of overthinking and taps directly into your heart. Feeling seen and acknowledged at this level nourishes your sense of worth and belonging. It awakens the deep human need to be truly understood and valued, even without words. This is where attraction starts to feel real and electric, when your eyes meet and the world briefly fades away. But recognizing this sign isn't just about noticing his gaze, it's about allowing yourself to receive it fully. When you feel his eyes on you with genuine interest, you deserve to embrace that attention with confidence, not doubt. This moment of mutual recognition is a powerful invitation to be bold, to trust that your presence matters, that you inspire feelings worth hiding. The power of this connection lies in your willingness to accept it, to meet that gaze with openness and courage. It's an act of self-respect to acknowledge when someone's eyes reveal their heart. You honor yourself by letting that truth in and standing tall in your worth. This deep, unspoken connection formed through eye contact is a foundation for everything that follows. It's the first sign that attraction is real, even if it's still unspoken or hidden. When you become fluent in this language, you no longer wait for grand declarations or obvious signs. You understand that attraction often starts quietly, with small, powerful moments like a look that lingers just a little too long. This awareness rewires your mindset from doubt to certainty, from fear to empowerment. It opens the door to deeper intimacy, because true connection always begins with being truly seen. Your eyes are the doorway. When you learn to read this language, you unlock a new level of confidence and courage in your relationships. This is not just attraction, it's the spark that can ignite transformation. When someone feels deeply drawn to you, their body often becomes an unconscious mirror of your own. This subtle imitation happens without thinking because the brain is wired to create connection through mimicry. When you notice a man subtly matching your gestures, your posture, or even your tone, it's more than coincidence. It is his body's way of saying, I want to be close to you. I'm attuned to you. This mirroring builds an invisible bridge between you, sparking a sense of familiarity and trust long before words are exchanged. The power of this silent communication lies in its authenticity. No one can fake it for long because it flows naturally from emotional resonance. Understanding this deepens your awareness and sharpens your ability to read attraction in ways you never imagined. Recognizing mirroring awakens your inner confidence. When you catch these small reflections, it confirms that your presence moves someone in a meaningful way. This validation is a powerful emotional reward. It reminds you that you matter, that you have the ability to evoke genuine interest. Your body language is a language of its own, and when another person mirrors you, it's a sign that they are subconsciously inviting closeness and connection. This knowledge shifts your perspective from uncertainty to certainty, from doubting your appeal to embracing your magnetic power. You begin to trust the unspoken dance of energy between you, seeing it as an invitation rather than a mystery. Mirroring is more than imitation, it's a tool our minds use to build rapport and emotional safety. When someone mirrors you, they are creating a shared rhythm that comforts and bonds. It is an instinctual way to say, I'm aligned with you. This connection lowers defenses, making it easier for feelings to grow and for barriers to fall away. The more this dance unfolds naturally, the stronger the signal of hidden attraction becomes. Your body, your movements, become the backdrop for a silent conversation. A conversation that communicates desire, respect, and the longing to belong. Recognizing this helps you to slow down, pay attention, and appreciate the depth of what is being offered without words. Embracing this truth invites a powerful transformation within yourself. When you accept that mirroring is a sign of interest, you begin to value your own presence more deeply. You realize that your energy is contagious, that your authentic self draws others in. This awareness strengthens your emotional resilience because it roots your worth in something real and undeniable. Your ability to connect through your natural expression. You no longer need loud declarations or grand gestures to feel seen. Instead, you learn to read the quiet, beautiful signals that speak of connection and potential. This is a profound shift from seeking validation outside to recognizing the signals you create within your own presence. As you grow in this awareness, you take control of your emotional world. You stop guessing and start knowing. You can navigate relationships with clarity and confidence, responding to subtle cues instead of getting lost in doubt. Mirroring is one of the most authentic signs a man is secretly attracted to you, and when you see it, you are seeing the truth of your impact. This truth empowers you to act boldly, to trust your instincts, and to invite deeper connection without fear. You become the creator of your own emotional reality, guided by the silent but powerful language of attraction that has always been within your reach. When someone is secretly attracted to you, their nervousness often becomes a quiet declaration of their feelings. Anxiety isn't just a sign of weakness or uncertainty. It's a powerful, unspoken truth, revealing vulnerability and desire beneath the surface. The subtle shaking of hands, the slight stumble over words, the restless shifting of weight. All these nervous reactions signal that their heart is racing, their mind is alive with possibility, but fear holds them back. This nervous energy is an emotional fingerprint that can't be faked because it's rooted in genuine longing and the fear of rejection. Understanding this helps you see beyond the surface, recognizing that what appears as hesitation or awkwardness is actually a raw, honest admission of attraction. This nervousness, far from being something to dismiss or judge, is a powerful emotional reward in itself. It shows that your presence impacts someone deeply, stirring emotions so intense they disrupt their usual calm. This moment of vulnerability is a secret window into their true feelings, one that you are privileged to witness if you learn to recognize it. When you start seeing nervousness not as a flaw, but as a signal of hidden attraction, you transform your perspective. You shift from questioning their interest to appreciating the emotional courage it takes to feel so strongly yet hold back. This shift builds emotional strength within you and opens your heart to deeper compassion and understanding. The complexity of nervousness during secret attraction comes from its dual nature. It masks feelings while simultaneously revealing them. This paradox creates an invisible tension, a push and pull that feels confusing but is deeply human. Fear of rejection fights with the desire to connect, creating hesitation that feels like a wall between two people. But this wall is not permanent. It can be dismantled by awareness and empathy. When you learn to recognize nervousness as a sign of true interest, you become a beacon of safety, inviting that vulnerability to unfold into openness. This creates the space for authentic connection to grow, one built on mutual respect for the emotional risks each person is taking. Owning this understanding empowers you to see nervousness as an invitation, not a barrier. It calls you to respond with kindness and patience, both toward others and yourself. You recognize that attraction is not about perfection or smoothness, but about honesty and courage in the face of uncertainty. This insight deepens your emotional intelligence and strengthens your ability to build meaningful relationships. It reminds you that everyone has moments of doubt and fear, but those moments are where true connection begins. You begin to honor these signs as markers of real feeling, rather than confusing mixed signals to be feared. With this knowledge, you gain the courage to meet nervousness with grace, to hold space for imperfection and vulnerability in your relationships. You no longer shy away from the complexity of hidden attraction, but lean into it with compassion and clarity. This shift transforms your experience of love from one of frustration to one of empowerment. You step into your power knowing that beneath the nerves lies a powerful truth. Attraction is happening, feelings are real, and connection is possible. This understanding frees you to move forward boldly, trusting that what feels uncertain now is simply the beginning of something profoundly authentic and worth pursuing. When a man is secretly attracted to you, his attention shifts in subtle but unmistakable ways. It's not just about what he looks at, but how his focus narrows and intensifies when you enter the room or join a conversation. This concentrated attention is a silent signal of deep interest, a form of mental investment that often goes unnoticed because it happens beneath the surface of everyday interaction. The brain's reward system lights up when we focus on someone we're drawn to, releasing chemicals that create pleasure and motivation. When you sense this focused attention, it means you are triggering that internal reward circuitry, stirring feelings that are more than casual curiosity. Recognizing this gives you the power to see beyond surface-level behavior and into the emotional truth underneath. This kind of attention is a form of presence that holds meaning far beyond the ordinary. It's an act of valuing you as a person, not just in passing, but with intention. When someone's gaze follows you, their ears listen more closely to your words, and their mind lingers on your presence, it signals that they are emotionally engaged, even if they haven't said a word. This recognition is a profound emotional reward for you. It affirms your worth and ignites your confidence. Understanding that someone's focused attention is a clear sign of secret attraction shifts your perspective. It transforms doubt into clarity and hesitation into curiosity about what this connection might become. More importantly, focused attention is an unconscious invitation for connection. It opens the door to vulnerability and closeness without needing explicit declarations. When someone's mental energy is centered on you, it means they are investing emotional resources, thinking about you even when you're not around. This unseen investment builds the foundation for deeper intimacy. You begin to sense that your presence matters more than you realized, that you inspire thoughts, feelings, and desires that have not yet been voiced. This awareness ignites your own emotional power, reminding you that connection is a two-way street. When you notice and honor this focused attention, you step into your own magnetic energy, attracting relationships rooted in genuine interest and care. This truth invites you to be fully present with the attention you receive. When you recognize the significance of this mental focus, you can respond with openness rather than skepticism or fear. You allow yourself to receive the energy of attraction with gratitude and confidence. This is a transformative practice. It trains your mind to see signs of genuine interest instead of inventing doubts. You begin to cultivate an inner environment where love and respect can flourish naturally. Your emotional resilience strengthens, and your ability to navigate relationships with clarity and courage deepens. By embracing this insight, you shift your entire approach to attraction. You stop searching for grand gestures or dramatic confessions, because you understand that true interest often shows up quietly, in focused attention and sustained mental presence. This knowledge empowers you to trust what you feel, to listen to the subtle energies between you and others, and to act from a place of certainty rather than confusion. It invites you to move boldly toward connection, knowing that every moment of focused attention is an opportunity to build something real and lasting. This clarity transforms not only how you see others but how you see yourself, as someone worthy of deep, meaningful attention and love. When attraction remains hidden, a man's actions often speak louder than his words. Small, seemingly insignificant gestures, like remembering the details you share, offering help without being asked, or going out of his way to be near you, are powerful indicators of his true feelings. These actions come from a place of subconscious care and investment, even when he is not ready to express his attraction openly. The human brain is wired to express affection through behavior before words catch up. Recognizing these quiet acts as signs of secret attraction unlocks a new level of understanding, showing you that love often communicates in subtle, meaningful ways rather than loud declarations. This realization shifts your perspective from waiting for confirmation to noticing the proof that is already there. These small gestures offer an emotional reward that is both grounding and inspiring. They validate your intuition and affirm that your presence moves someone to act with kindness and consideration. When you start to see these details, you recognize that attraction isn't always obvious or dramatic. It can be quiet, tender, and deeply sincere. This clarity allows you to trust your feelings and perceptions instead of doubting yourself. You gain the confidence to appreciate the unique ways a man may show his interest, even if he struggles to put it into words. This awareness builds your emotional intelligence, empowering you to respond to connection with openness and wisdom. Understanding these subtle acts as signs of attraction invites you to slow down and observe with intention. Instead of rushing toward conclusions or dismissing what feels unclear, you learn to appreciate the richness of unspoken communication. Every thoughtful action becomes a message, every small effort a piece of a larger emotional puzzle. This perspective opens your heart and mind to deeper connection, teaching you that love is often built in the quiet spaces between words. It also reminds you that real connection requires patience and attentiveness, nurturing the space where feelings can grow safely and naturally. This insight encourages you to honor the power of action as a form of emotional truth. When you recognize that someone's care is expressed through their behavior, you cultivate respect for the courage it takes to show interest in subtle ways. This respect extends to yourself as well, reminding you that your worth is not measured by grand gestures, but by the consistent, genuine moments of attention and kindness you inspire. Embracing this truth shifts your inner dialogue from seeking validation externally to recognizing the strength in everyday acts of care. It transforms how you experience attraction and connection, creating space for authentic relationships grounded in mutual respect and understanding. By embracing these quiet signals, you step into a new level of emotional clarity and courage. You stop chasing obvious signs and start trusting the nuanced language of behavior. This shift empowers you to engage in relationships with a grounded sense of self-worth and awareness. You become attuned to the genuine expressions of interest that might otherwise go unnoticed, allowing yourself to respond with confidence and grace. This transformation not only changes how you perceive others, but also strengthens your ability to attract and nurture the kind of love you truly deserve. Love that is patient, sincere, and deeply connected to who you are. When attraction is kept beneath the surface, a man's voice often becomes a subtle but telling indicator of his feelings. The way he speaks, his tone, pace, and volume can reveal emotions he's not ready to express openly. A softer voice when he talks to you, a slight hesitation before answering, or an increase in warmth and attentiveness in his words are unconscious signals of his internal state. Research in psychology shows that vocal changes reflect emotional arousal and connection, making voice one of the most intimate tools of silent communication. When you learn to listen beyond the words themselves, you uncover a powerful layer of truth about his secret attraction. This vocal shift offers a profound emotional reward. It connects you to his vulnerability and genuine interest in a way that words alone cannot. It reminds you that attraction is felt deeply and expressed subtly, often through the cadence and warmth of voice, rather than explicit statements. Recognizing this allows you to attune yourself to these delicate signals, building your confidence in reading authentic feelings. You start to understand that attraction is as much about how something is said as what is said, and this awareness deepens your emotional intelligence. It equips you with the ability to sense connection beneath the surface, strengthening your intuition and empowering you to respond with openness and grace. The voice is a bridge to emotional presence, carrying energy and intention that resonate beyond the literal meaning of words. When a man's tone softens or his speech becomes more deliberate in your presence, it signals that he is mentally and emotionally engaged. This engagement is a silent invitation to connect on a deeper level, offering a space where vulnerability can be met with acceptance. This recognition challenges you to listen actively and empathetically, tuning into the nuances that reveal what remains unspoken. It teaches you that true connection is rooted in attentiveness and presence, qualities that transform ordinary conversations into moments of genuine intimacy. Embracing the power of vocal cues also transforms how you communicate with yourself. When you become aware of how tone and expression reflect emotional states, you gain insight into your own feelings and how you convey them. This self-awareness strengthens your capacity for emotional authenticity and courage, encouraging you to express your desires and boundaries clearly and compassionately. It reminds you that your voice holds power, the power to create connection, to inspire trust, and to invite love. Owning this power is a critical step toward attracting relationships built on honesty and mutual respect. By tuning into the subtle changes in voice that accompany secret attraction, you open yourself to a deeper understanding of human connection. You learn to trust the unspoken language that often says more than words ever could. This shift empowers you to move beyond surface interactions and embrace the emotional depth that underpins meaningful relationships. It invites you to engage fully with your senses, your heart, and your mind, creating space for authentic love to grow. This awareness doesn't just change how you perceive others, it transforms how you perceive yourself as someone worthy of being heard, valued, and deeply understood. When a man is secretly attracted to you, his eyes become a powerful channel for unspoken emotion. The gaze is not just about looking, it is about seeking connection on a level deeper than words can reach. Eyes reveal vulnerability, longing, and curiosity all at once. When his pupils dilate, when his eyes linger a moment longer than usual, it is an instinctive response to the magnetic pull he feels toward you. The eyes are wired to communicate desire, trust, and attention before the mind can filter or disguise them. Recognizing this allows you to tune into one of the most honest signals of hidden attraction, deepening your ability to understand the emotional currents flowing between you. This silent communication through the eyes is an emotional gift that heightens your awareness and validates your presence. It tells you that you are seen in your fullness, that beneath the surface, someone is moved by your energy, your spirit, and your essence. This realization strengthens your self-worth and encourages you to embrace the power of being truly seen. When you recognize the significance of a meaningful gaze, you shift from wondering if someone is interested to knowing on a cellular level that you inspire profound attention and care. This shift is liberating because it grounds your confidence in the undeniable truth of your impact on others. The eyes do not lie, they carry the unspoken story of attraction with clarity and depth. When a man's gaze is locked on you in moments of vulnerability or intense focus, it means his heart is opening in a way that words cannot express. This creates a space for emotional intimacy and trust, even if it is not yet acknowledged openly. Understanding this quiet power challenges you to slow down and meet the gaze with your own openness and courage. It reminds you that connection is often felt first in the eyes, where honesty and desire meet. Responding to this gaze with awareness transforms the energy between you, turning fleeting moments into opportunities for genuine closeness. Embracing the truth held in the eyes also deepens your relationship with yourself. When you allow yourself to be seen and to see others with such clarity, you cultivate a profound level of authenticity. This authenticity becomes the foundation for attracting relationships that honor and respect your true self. The more you trust the messages conveyed through the eyes, the more you learn to listen to your own inner vision. your intuition, your desires, and your needs. This strengthens your emotional resilience and helps you approach love with both vulnerability and strength. By tuning into the powerful language of the eyes, you unlock a new realm of emotional intelligence. You learn to navigate the subtle signals of attraction with confidence, transforming uncertainty into clarity and hesitation into courage. This awareness does more than enhance your relationships. It transforms how you experience yourself in the world. You become someone who is not only seen, but deeply understood and valued. This transformation invites you to embrace love as a force that begins with honest connection, a force that you are fully capable of giving and receiving in return. When a man feels secretly drawn to you, his body language becomes a powerful expression of his hidden feelings. It's not always what he says, but what his body reveals that carries the truth. The way he leans slightly toward you, unconsciously mirroring your movements, or positions himself to face you fully, even when others are around, speaks volumes. These nonverbal cues are deeply rooted in human psychology, signaling openness, interest, and attraction. Our bodies are wired to communicate what the mind might hesitate to say, making body language one of the most authentic indicators of secret desire. Learning to read these signs gives you insight into the emotions that linger beneath the surface, helping you recognize genuine connection before it is spoken aloud. This understanding of body language is a profound emotional reward, offering you clarity and confidence in situations where words might fail. When you observe someone subtly orienting themselves toward you, it confirms that you hold space in their thoughts and feelings. This awareness fosters a sense of validation that is essential for your self-esteem and emotional well-being. It reminds you that attraction is not just about grand gestures, but about the quiet, consistent signals that demonstrate true interest. As you become more attuned to these nonverbal signs, you develop a deeper connection with your own intuition, trusting your ability to perceive what is authentic and meaningful. The power of body language lies in its immediacy and honesty. It reveals the emotional landscape in real time, often before conscious thought can filter or hide true intentions. When a man's posture relaxes in your presence, when his feet point toward you as if drawn magnetically, or when he finds subtle ways to reduce physical distance, these actions broadcast an unspoken message of attraction. This silent language invites you to engage on a deeper level, creating a foundation of trust and openness. Recognizing these signs encourages you to meet this energy with your own openness, strengthening the emotional connection and allowing vulnerability to emerge naturally. Embracing body language as a key to hidden attraction also transforms how you relate to yourself and others. It teaches you to value communication beyond words, opening you up to the rich, nuanced ways that people express care and interest. This awareness enhances your emotional intelligence and equips you to navigate relationships with sensitivity and clarity. You begin to understand that attraction is a multi-dimensional experience, encompassing physical, emotional, and psychological elements that work together to build connection. This holistic view empowers you to cultivate relationships that honor the full spectrum of human experience. By tuning into the subtle movements and postures that reveal secret attraction, you unlock a deeper level of awareness and connection. You learn to read the unspoken language of the body with confidence, transforming uncertainty into understanding and hesitation into action. This skill enriches your relationships and strengthens your sense of self-worth, reminding you that you are deserving of authentic connection. It invites you to approach love not as a mystery to solve, but as a dynamic experience to feel, interpret, and embrace fully. Starting with the powerful signals your body and the bodies around you are constantly sending. When attraction is hidden beneath the surface, a man's small acts of nervousness often betray the depth of his feelings. These subtle signs, like a quick breath, a slight hesitation, or an unexpected smile, are reflections of an internal emotional struggle. He wants to express how he feels but is held back by uncertainty or fear of rejection. This tension creates micro moments where his body and mind react involuntarily, revealing a vulnerability that words cannot mask. Understanding that nervousness is a form of emotional honesty gives you the power to see beyond the mask of composure. It shows you that beneath hesitation lies genuine interest and a heart that yearns for connection. Recognizing these quiet moments of vulnerability offers an emotional reward that is both grounding and liberating. It reminds you that attraction is not always bold or confident. Sometimes it is shy, fragile, and tentative. This awareness invites you to approach connection with compassion and patience, honoring the courage it takes to be emotionally exposed, even in small ways. By tuning into these subtle cues, you build empathy and deepen your emotional intelligence, learning to value honesty in its many forms. You begin to see that true connection grows not from perfection, but from the willingness to be real, imperfect, and human. These nervous signals serve as a bridge between hidden feelings and conscious expression. They invite you to slow down and notice the quiet shifts in energy that reveal emotional truths. A man's trembling hands, a nervous laugh, or a momentary glance away are not signs of disinterest but markers of a heart trying to navigate complex emotions. When you become attuned to these nuances, you open a door to deeper understanding and intimacy. This invites you to meet vulnerability with kindness and courage, creating space for connection to unfold naturally and authentically. Embracing the significance of nervousness as a sign of secret attraction transforms how you perceive emotional expression in yourself and others. It encourages you to release judgment about perceived awkwardness or uncertainty and instead celebrate the bravery involved in showing up emotionally. This shift deepens your capacity for authentic connection and strengthens your resilience in relationships. You learn that vulnerability is not weakness, but a vital part of emotional courage, the very quality that invites love to grow and thrive. By attuning yourself to these subtle signs of nervousness, you unlock a deeper layer of emotional awareness and connection. You gain the ability to see beyond surface behavior and recognize the heartfelt desire for closeness that often hides in plain sight. This awareness empowers you to engage with relationships in a way that honors both your own and others' humanity. It transforms hesitation into invitation, uncertainty into possibility, and fear into courage. Ultimately, this understanding invites you to step fully into the powerful experience of connection, knowing that every tremble and pause is a step closer to authentic love and meaningful intimacy. When a man is secretly attracted to you, his focus sharpens in ways that are nearly impossible to hide. Attention becomes an unconscious declaration of his feelings. He listens more intently, remembers the smallest details, and reacts with genuine interest to your words and emotions. This heightened focus isn't about curiosity alone, it is a deep psychological mechanism triggered by attraction. The brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, chemicals that make him crave connection and reward attention given to you. This biological pull makes his mind lean toward you consistently, revealing the truth of his secret desire. When you recognize this intense focus, you gain insight into his emotional world and a clearer sense of how deeply he values your presence. This focused attention offers an emotional reward that reaches far beyond superficial engagement. It reassures you that you are worthy of genuine care and meaningful connection. It confirms that your thoughts, feelings, and stories resonate with someone on a profound level. Understanding this encourages you to embrace your own worthiness and to expect attentiveness as a basic foundation in any relationship. You begin to realize that attraction is not about fleeting moments, but about sustained interest and emotional investment. This shift in perspective empowers you to seek and nurture connections that are authentic, mutual, and deeply fulfilling. The power of focused attention lies in its ability to transform ordinary interactions into moments of intimacy. When a man's gaze follows your words with intent, when he remembers what matters to you and brings it up again, it shows that he values your inner world. This focus creates a safe space where vulnerability can flourish and trust can build. It invites you to slow down and appreciate the depth of emotional connection that happens when someone truly listens. Responding to this with your own focused presence strengthens the bond and allows love to grow with intention and clarity. Embracing the significance of this attentive focus reshapes how you relate to communication in all areas of life. It teaches you to value the quality of attention you give and receive, recognizing it as a vital expression of respect and love. This awareness deepens your emotional intelligence, enabling you to cultivate relationships that honor your true self and invite reciprocal care. You learn that attraction is not just a spark, but a continuous, intentional act of tuning in and being present. This understanding encourages you to bring your full attention to those you care about and to expect the same in return. By recognizing and valuing the intense focus that accompanies secret attraction, you unlock a new dimension of emotional connection and clarity. You become attuned to the unspoken signals that reveal genuine interest, transforming uncertainty into confidence. This awareness enriches your relationships and strengthens your sense of self-worth, reminding you that you deserve to be seen, heard, and deeply valued. It invites you to approach love with both mindfulness and courage, knowing that true connection is built not only on feelings, but on the consistent, heartfelt attention you and others give each other every day. When a man harbors secret attraction, his desire to protect you often emerges as a subtle but powerful signal. This instinctive urge to shield and care is rooted deep in human psychology, tapping into primal drives to nurture and safeguard what matters most. He may offer small acts of kindness, stand close when you feel uneasy, or subtly intervene to ease your discomfort, all without seeking recognition or reward. These protective gestures are silent messages of his growing affection, revealing a tender heart that values your well-being above all else. Recognizing this instinct invites you to see love not just as passion, but as the profound commitment to your safety and happiness. This impulse to protect is more than just physical. It carries emotional weight that fosters deep trust and connection. When someone prioritizes your comfort and security, it signals a willingness to invest emotionally in your life. This creates a foundation where vulnerability can thrive, where you feel safe to be fully yourself without fear of judgment or harm. Understanding this protective instinct helps you appreciate the depth of care hidden beneath subtle behaviors, offering a new perspective on how love manifests quietly through actions rather than words. This knowledge strengthens your emotional resilience and encourages you to embrace relationships built on mutual respect and genuine concern. The protective nature that arises from attraction is a powerful expression of commitment long before any formal declaration. It challenges you to recognize the ways care is shown beyond traditional gestures or grand statements. These small, consistent acts form the threads of emotional security, weaving a tapestry of trust that supports intimacy and growth. When you become aware of these signs, you develop a refined sensitivity to the language of love expressed through protection and attentiveness. This heightened awareness invites you to meet these gestures with gratitude and openness, deepening the emotional bond and encouraging reciprocal care. Embracing the protective signals of hidden attraction transforms how you perceive love's foundation. It reveals that true connection is grounded in the daily choices to honor, respect, and safeguard one another's emotional and physical spaces. This perspective empowers you to seek relationships where safety and tenderness are not optional but essential. It encourages you to cultivate an environment where love is a source of strength and comfort, a place where you can grow, heal, and thrive. By valuing these subtle expressions of protection, you nurture a deeper capacity for intimacy that goes beyond surface attraction. Recognizing and honoring the protective instincts that accompany secret attraction unlocks a deeper emotional awareness and connection. You learn to see beyond words and appearances, tuning into the quiet ways care is demonstrated through actions. This insight enriches your relationships, building trust and fostering emotional courage on both sides. It reminds you that love is a living force, sustained by the commitment to protect and cherish one another every day. This understanding invites you to approach connection with a heart that is open, discerning, and ready to receive the profound safety and warmth that true affection offers.